just popped up. What? Hey, y'all gonna have to bear with me a little bit. It literally just popped up. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. About to add the thumbnail while people are still on their way. Literally just popped up. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, running a little bit late. Just a little bit. I'm here though. Hit the like button as you come through. Hit the like button. Welcome to the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It just popped on, y'all. So I'm like, ooh, I'm not even ready. Should I just click out of it and come back? No, I'm just joking. Alright, I think I got my thumbnail. Welcome to the chat, everybody. Here we go. We got the thumbnail coming. Alright. We in the building. We in the building. We in the building. Oh, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Alright. We in the building, y'all. Let's see. Literally just clicked on. I wasn't even prepared. Okay. But that's okay. We're here. We're here. We're here. All right. So tonight we are doing Soulja Boy, Tasha K, Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, different situation. Thank you for coming through. Great. Chrisean, Blueface, and more. All right. I'm putting everything out together now. It just popped up on me, so I'm going to have to just roll with it here. All right? That's what it do. That's when you go live. That's what happens when you go live. Things just happen, you know what I'm saying? You can't control it. So I was literally trying to place it in a horizontal position, and it just popped up. So I was like, okay. All right, welcome. We're about to get it in. That is actually the first song I actually played when I was on YouTube. And people are like, what is she playing? But we're going to let that play while y'all get in. Welcome to the chat. This is your girl, Nola. Yeah. What? What? Make sure y'all say, hey, what's up in the chat? What's up, chat? Let's get it. Yeah, I'm going to turn this up while y'all come through. Come on through. Yeah. We in the building. Okay, period. All right, it looks beautiful. I love it. Hey. Yeah. What? 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 Welcome. Welcome to the chat. Hit the like button. Ah. What? Good vibe. Yeah. What? Yeah. We are in the building. I told y'all I was coming back. You dancing, huh? Go ahead, girl. Do your thing. Yeah. We bouncing this card. Ooh. Yeah. Bounce with these cards, all right? Period. Let's get it. Let's get to it. We're about to get started, guys. We're about to cut it off. Okay, so welcome to the chat. This is your girl, Blue Nola. Of course, Chris. For all the people that don't know my actual name, you can call me Chris, of course. Thank you so much for coming through. Oh, you got your notification today. That's wonderful. I appreciate that. I appreciate you, YouTube. You know, YouTube be messing up. So thank you so much, YouTube. But really, let me say this. Really, when you come off YouTube for too many days, you gotta fight to get back into the algorithm, right? But I'm gonna be honest. At this point in this stage in the game, child, it is what it is. I've been doing this too long to be worried about all that stuff. If you come, you come. If you don't come now, you come later. Regardless, I appreciate you, right? I did take a vacation. My birthday was July 2nd. What's up, Cancer Gang? For all the Cancerians out there. My birthday was July 2nd. Of course, I took, right before, during, and then after. So I'm back in the building. So again, happy birthday to all you beautiful, lovely Cancers. Leo, you guys are next, right? What's up, Leo gang? Y'all are next to have a happy birthday, right? So we're going to celebrate you too, because that's our next group of people that actually will be celebrating a birthday very, very soon, starting July 23rd. So let's get into it. You say my mama birthday on July. Oh, that's beautiful. That's wonderful. She must be a wonderful person. Okay, so let's get into why we're here. All right, so what's up, happy? What's up, Blue Chanel? How you doing? Okay, so listen, guys. We have quite a few people to talk about tonight. Thank you for coming through, moderators. People build in the chat as we go. So we have quite a few people to talk about tonight. I kind of mentioned this as the music was playing, but as you can see on the thumbnail, we have Soulja Boy, right? And his lawsuit with Tasha K. And I guess this guy's name is William, who's making these allegations about having a relationship with him, right? So that's huge. That's $16 million. Like what's gonna happen? Will Tasha get dragged into this again? Will it be dismissed? What's gonna happen, right? We also have Kevin Hart, but Kevin Hart, we're not doing Kevin Hart and Tasha K. We're doing Kevin Hart in that lawsuit that the guy he was cool with, remember the guy who he claimed was extorting him, that guy is now suing Kevin Hart. So we're doing that situation. So this is why Kevin Hart is on the thumbnail. These suggestions are all coming from YouTube and Instagram from almost a week ago. We're doing these people. The other reading that we're going to do is on Chrisean. We're going to touch her lightly. What's happening with Chrisean? Her time to be transferred. It's up and down. It's iffy, right? I looked it up. They said 30 days, and I see 45 days. It could be longer, guys. Really, to be honest with you. But will she ultimately be transferred? Blueface. He has a date coming up on July 29th. I know that Las Vegas did put him back on probation, but he is actually being sentenced again. I don't know if people really realize that. He's being sentenced on July 29th. This is what July 29th is for. So we're going to look and see, like, what does that even look like, right? Because he got caught allegedly with contraband. Now, contraband is kind of tricky because, but in California, I talked to somebody who's done some time, and I would say that they said contraband is pretty serious, right? Contraband can give you some time on some extended time. It just depends on what they caught you with, what's the situation, etc., etc. So contraband could be, they can actually, it ranges, guys. I saw as little as 6 months, and I saw as much as 2 years, and then up to 5 years. So he's going up on July 29th. I believe he's going up for sentencing again because they allegedly caught him with contraband when he before his last appearance. All right. I have been keeping up with Blueface, even though I haven't been on, talking about Blueface. I do have access to the system. I do look and see for myself what's going on with his case, right? Okay, I think that's the people that we have on. Oh, and Drake. So the reason why Drake is on the thumbnail is because people wanted to kind of like, what's going to happen with Drake? Now, a lot of people feel like, he won't be affected as much. Some people see that he's already being affected. Give me a 1 in the chat if you feel like Drake is affected to the point to where his career can never recover, and give me a 2 where you feel like he's going to keep going. So we're going to start with Drake first and get him out the way. 1, if you feel that his career will continue to accelerate, he will continue to have great success. And 2, where you feel like this beef was so bad to where he done got his behind whipped up and down the street. He don't even know which way to go, chill. So give me your feedback. 1, if you feel like he's going to really be able to overcome this. And 2, if you just feel like, damn, he really got stomped on. This is why you got to be careful with beefs. It can really make or break you. It really can. This is why if you're an artist and you don't have the strength that Kendrick came with, you just might as well stay out the beef, because at the end of the day, look how somebody was able to literally take Drake down, literally take him down. Um, and it's pretty critical. I mean, this messaging it's not just about the song; it's the messaging. This messaging has just, just the world, like it's just really it's really affected him. So I see a lot of people saying too, like, and then I see a few ones. It's not really about him. You listen, success, when you have somebody like Drake, it's not always about the money. It's about the accolades. It's about the attention. It's about the success. Sometimes that is more hurtful than you losing a dollar. Losing your title, losing your position. That sometimes, a lot of people be like, I don't care as long as I got my money. Not when you got somebody who's a true competitor. Somebody who's really in the game being a true competitor. That's kind of hard, guys. You can't just say it's about a dollar. He literally over there spending, $1 million on a bet. So clearly he doesn't think that much about, taking a risk. It's not always about the money. It's about the time, the effort, and the energy that you put into the craft, into the work, to growing your brand, to now being essentially destroyed, right? In so many ways. So I don't have a real dog in this fight. I feel like Kendrick did what he had to do and did what he needed to do. But let's start with Drake. And y'all had a lot of twos in there. Y'all had, if I had to give it a range, that was 80% in twos and 10% in ones. And that's for real. Spirit, give me the energy around Arbery Drake Graham and his career. After this Kendrick Lamar beef, how does this look for him? And then it doesn't help him that he's not doing like music that, not that he's required. He may have had those projects already coming, but it doesn't really help that the music that he is involved with, we're like, what is this, right? Again, those are things that he probably already had in the works. The Camila Cabello, whatever the girl's name, her song, that song from Hey Delilah, he probably already had those things slated to be released in the midst of all of this. So give me the energy around Drake, Arbery Graham, and Arbery Drake Graham and his career ever since the Kendrick Lamar beef. What is that looking like for him? We're going to start off with that first. Y'all see that? He will be, he honestly, I feel like he is affected, and he will be affected. This is what this is basically saying. Is it will his career ever be at the level, to the glory, to the magnitude that it was? It's a no for me, guys. I'm sorry. He has the Tower moment and the Seven of Pentacles. Amber, you're crazy. He has a Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and he has a Tower moment here. And guys, that's not good at all. That's like literally saying you are affected in your life. You have truly had a Tower moment, a foundational shift. The Tower represents a downfall for all the people who, a lot of y'all know tarot, but it represents a true downfall. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Pentacles is basically at this point, like somebody just said in the chat, it almost it's just best to kind of take a little break and come back, because no matter what he puts out at this point, even if it's really good, people are going to drag it down. Not that he has to get rid of his music and not do what he loves, but at this point, he needs to probably really just take a break, because what this is signifying to us is that he is truly, the work that he will put in will be without results. And it talks about, it's too much going on, too many distractions right now, too many distractions, right? He could put out the most fire thing right now, and right at this point, because of what's happening, it will be in vain, basically, right? This is what it talks about. Of course, his core audience, his core fan base, and he has a lot of people who do support him. Of course they're standing there. They're going to support him. They're going to continue to support him, right? That like he still has people in his four cups in reverse. He still has people who will support him and they do accept him. And remember, he has a city standing behind him, guys. He has a city standing behind him. So he'll be okay as far as his city is concerned. But when you look at it, and I do feel, this was here and here, and I do feel he'll be okay. Like you'll still see him doing his thing and projects and and doing some things. My problem with Drake is he needs to stop the subliminal stuff. This is what got him in trouble the last time, right? Somebody was bringing to our attention. I think this was like 2 or 3 days ago, where a guy, I guess from TDE, assumed that his concert was stopped. He assumed that his concert was stopped because of his affiliation with Kendrick Lamar and that group. And they were saying something about blue shoes or something like that, and Drake went and put blue shoes on and got on Instagram. This is the stuff that people be talking about when they be saying he be doing slick stuff. And this is why somebody pointed out. Now y'all see this. I'm gonna point this out for you. You see why people don't like this dude, right? Somebody felt that something happened to their concert, even if they missed the mark, they had an error in judgment, they felt something happened to their schoolboy Q. Thank you. Even though he may have, he thought that his concert was affected because of Drake. And there were some comments made and something about some blue shoes, and Drake went and took an Instagram picture with some blue shoes. This is stuff that people talking about when we ask, well, what's going on? Why people don't like Drake? Why people be at Drake? This is the stuff that they be talking about, right? It's slight, it's subliminal, but this is the stuff that people be talking about. The shirts that he wear, like the captions that he make, like the people that he stand with. He's sending messages without actually saying it, right? This is the stuff that gets him in trouble. He does have the message here of the hangman. He needs to be careful with that. What does that mean? That means that, again, he could get attacked again and again and again and again. And this will be from another person around his age, could be a little bit younger. This represents in his messages another person coming for him. He needs to be careful with that. Man, just grow up. Like, you're basically 40 years old. What is going on here, right? But this hangman really represents, and we all know the hangman talks about a sacrifice, right? A sacrifice. Somebody coming at him. You know what I'm saying? And coming at him could be swift, and it could be quick, and it can be an impulsive act, right? And this is somebody who could feel a certain way. So at the end of the day, and he has the death card right behind that. Now, I'm not trying to say nothing bad about you, sir, but you know what I'm saying? You don't want to see with Blue Nola no hangman, no death card, and no Knight of Swords. I mean, this is looking a little serious right here. Anybody who knows tarot, does that look good to you? I mean, you might not want to keep playing these subliminal games. Okay? Okay. Explain his Saturn return for me while you since you put that there. So he has the death card with the Knight of Swords. Those are not good at all. This could be a situation or an incident. We're gonna knock on wood for you. But this is why you got to stop playing games. This is why you got to get off the internet. This is why you got to stop the shenanigans, right? Somebody could run down on you because of some of the antics. Being online and being in person is two different things. And you got a hangman and a Knight of Swords and a death card. That's not good at all. You might want to be careful with that. Okay? This is not good. This represents a situation that happened to you. Now, this by itself, this could be metaphorical. But this is not good for you at all. So you might want to be watching your mouth, watching your antics, watching your fingers, and watching your subliminals. And you might think you're tough, but you're not tough. So this is on Drake, and it shows a public incident. All right? So his career definitely is affected. We're going to knock on wood, put in the energy and the atmosphere, positive vibes, no harm coming to anyone on either side. But this is what happens when y'all here playing games. Shit, New Orleans, baby. You looking at somebody sideways, you getting it. You stepping on somebody's shoe, you getting it. You talking crazy, you getting it. Somebody feel like you disrespecting them, you getting it. And now you on the line playing? Come on now. It could go there. So be very leery and weary and careful of the actions you take. All right, so that's on old Drake. Everybody knock on wood for him, jail. He had the Knight of Swords, the Death card, and the Hangman, jail. Knock on wood for Drake. Everybody we pray for him, okay? I'm dead serious. So, only people can only protect you so much and so far, Look at Trump, just got, in a situation. Whether you believe it or not, something actually happened at that event that he was completely exposed. So put some praying hands. I like that, Amber. Put some praying hands in the chat for Drake. We're going to wish positive energy, positive vibes. We're going to rebuke any negativity, any harm, that could come towards him. Is Kendrick Lamar spirit? Ooh, good energy. Is Kendrick Lamar getting any threats? They're not talking about it, but is he actually getting any threats? Yeah, he keeps egging it on, Tila, but that's what I'm saying. He might want to be careful. Does Kendrick Lamar get any threats, Spirit? He gets threats too, guys. They're just not exposing it. It's not coming to light. But he definitely gets threats too. So in his messages, he also is getting threats. Let me pull these out. He's not from my knowledge. Yeah, I'm saying he may not be talking about it, but in his messages, it shows the potential. They're showing some things here that make me feel like, yeah, there could be somebody making threats to him too. This is probably why they beefed up on security. This is why you've been seeing him walking with security for real, for real. This is why you could clearly see his security. This represents somebody who's being treacherous, somebody who's being underhanded, right? Also here in this message too, this could also represent some anxiety. So this feels like he's also, now he's not as visible, he's not as touchable, not that he can't be touched, but Drake is more visible, right? He makes his presence really known. He makes you know he's in Canada. He makes you know he's home. Not that you should be in your city. You think I'm about to leave New Orleans because somebody said, bitch, bye. I'm sorry, y'all. But it is what it is. But I'm from the city. You're not going to run me nowhere. But this too can represent for Kendrick. He's also received threats. But the threats, they're not exposed. Even with the Sun card here, this represents, if you wanted to use this as a yes or no, this could represent, this is like a yes to me. And also too, this feels like something that, this is a home aspect. You see this house with a family there? This could represent close to home energy. So again, I'm not saying somebody came up on his house, but this could represent too close for comfort, making certain threats. This could, this talks about conflict coming, in his past position too. Conflict for Kendrick Lamar. So he's not just walking around oblivious, hearing things, people saying things, right? Gossip. Uh, Keeping the circle a little bit closer, protecting himself in the bubble with the people. This is why, it's my opinion though. I'm going to say my opinion this time. It's probably why he did circle himself with the Crips, the Bloods, and the Pyrus, right? So all I got to say is he is not sitting here being unaffected by this. It does show he has experienced some threats. He has a serious fan base too, Drake, and his fan base they do go hard for him. A lot of his messages that as far as the real threats came when Drake was being threatened, right? It shows it could still happen here in this message here. And then also here, this talks about this to me, that Seven of Cups in reverse is a fear factor. So he has been affected too, guys. So let's not think that Kendrick is just sitting down just having a jolly old time. He's also been threatened. All right. So that is on Kendrick. If you wanted to look at this Ten of Pentacles as something too, that Ten of Pentacles could represent somebody who again will be willing to take a risk. That Ten of Pentacles also is somebody, if you looked at both of these together, this could be affecting, trying to threaten you, but your family. You know, these both represent home life, family aspects. So he's not exempt from it, guys. Even if it's not being publicized, it's not being, spoken of. We haven't seen like a real incident that's happened. It is something that's happened. He has in his, this represents somebody, again, an impulsive action. Listen, let me say this. Nobody need to be getting into nothing behind no damn celebrity. Are we for real here? But, people are crazy, y'all. Listen, I love y'all to death. Don't do nothing on my behalf, chill. Okay? So, that is on Drake. And, that is on Drake. So, who are we doing next, guys? So, we have, that's all the questions I have for him. I feel like Drake is going to obviously have to completely beef up on security. Obviously, here, the high priestess is here. He is keeping his ear to the ground. He is paying more attention. This represents insight. So he is really, really, if he's not paying, he's paying attention more now than he's ever done before. Because he still has, to me, he has a threat over him too. So they both get threats. Now, I haven't done Chrisean yet. We starting off with Drake. We're going to leave Chrisean for last. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our next person. Let's see who we got. I'm assuming, let's get into the Kevin Hart situation. I'm going to do Kevin Hart next. So Kevin Hart has now been sued by his former friend. This friend is suing Kevin Hart because do Lil Wayne what? What about Lil Wayne? So let's see. Kevin Hart lawsuit. Let's look him up. What about Lil Wayne, chill? Let's see. I'm trying to look up that information about Kevin Hart in his Kevin Hart lawsuit. Hold on. Kevin Hart lawsuit. Okay. Lawsuit. Okay, so let me look this up. Lil Wayne beefing with Drake. Lil Wayne is not beefing with Drake. He's not beefing with Drake. Okay, so spirit energy around Lil Wayne and Drake. Are they beefing? I don't feel that in my spirit, but I'm gonna pull a card on it. I feel like Lil Wayne defending Drake. You know what I'm saying? He's defending him. Like, there's a defend here. Like, he knows who Drake is. He knows what Drake is about. He has a defending aspect here. He has a protection aspect over him. Empress, this talks about, like, you got to remember, this guy brought him in. This guy is basically his mentor. This guy is basically, like, no. This is like somebody who is kind of like his father figure. Now, I mean, only a few years apart, less than, Drake is 40 and Wayne is 41, maybe? But this don't look like nobody that's added with each other. If anybody is defending, right? And that Empress represents a person who's going to nurture and continue to protect him. So he's not getting into nothing with Drake. This definitely represents him trying to, you got to remember, when Drake is affected, Wayne is affected. I'm talking about the beef. I'm talking about the money. I'm talking about the business. That's his artist. They still have a contract together. So then, again, this represents for him. I think they took that out of context, y'all. I think they took that out of context. Okay, so for example, let's make this make sense. You and I have been, me and Jasmine just did a reading last week, right? For a week and a half ago, Jazz. We just did a reading last week. Me and Jasmine talk all the time. I go to a party. Do I need to say me and Jasmine talk all the time? Make it make sense. Like, why does Wayne have to say, yeah, Drake was the only one who talked to me? He talks to him naturally. He talks to him all the time. He was basically, to me, when I took that as, that she was the only one that really came up and spent some quality time with him. But make no mistake, he's defending him. I'm like, I'm not understanding. Like, if I'm with my sister, why do I need to go online and say, oh, me and my sister approached me. The only person that approached me at the party was my sister. That sounds so dumb, right? I think he was speaking from like, I'm a new person at the party. I really don't know people that's there, and people came up to me and spoke to me. But I don't feel like he meant that for Drake. I think people are taking that out of context, right? So that is on that. All right, so Kevin Hart sued for breach of contract by ex-friend JT Jackson. We're gonna let that fall. Okay, let's look at this. This is from USA Today. Kevin Hart is being sued for breach of contract, accept all, by his by breach of contract, man who says he was wrongfully accused of trying to extort comedian in 2017 for the SEX tape. Jonathan T. Jackson, known professionally as JT Jackson, filed a lawsuit against Hart in Los Angeles on Wednesday, alleging the comedian violated a settlement agreement that required him to declare Jackson's innocent in a case. According to a copy of a complaint provided by USA Today. Wow. I didn't even read this yet. USA Today reached out to representatives of Hart for comment. In 2018, Jackson was charged with attempting to extort Hart by threatening to release a video of the Jumanji star. The charges were later dropped. Jackson denies the basic extortion claims and his involvement. By 2021, Jackson says he entered into a written settlement with Hart, which required the comedian to make a public statement exonerating Jackson. The wording of Hart's statement was meticulously negotiated and detailed in the contract, and he was to say on Instagram in an Instagram video, he is not guilty and had nothing to do with it. Wow. However, the lawsuit says that Hart. Well, they say Kevin Hart is notorious for making promises that he don't keep. Monique said that too, right? So basically, simply the charges against Jackson were dropped, and he was happy that the chapter was over without stating that Jackson had nothing to do with it. So basically, give me the energy around Kevin Hart's spirit. Did he do this man wrong? Did he do JT Jackson wrong? Give me the energy around Kevin Hart. In the Seven of Swords, this represents he changed his mind. All right? So when you look at the Seven Swords in reverse, this represents he changed his mind. So it does show that he was there. This represents, of course, some kind of conflict. This represents that Kevin was supposed to provide some sort of clarity, and it represents in his messages he changed his mind and stabbed JT Jackson in the back. Seven of Swords, stabbing a man straight up in the back. Look at that. Ten of Swords in the back. So both swords. So this represents in his messages. And the reason why Kevin Hart did all of this is because of his wife, right? So when you look at all of that, it's like he created this whole shenanigan because he was trying to cover up the whole thing with his wife to make it seem like, try to how you do, you start a fight. If I'm looking over here, you can get away with this. This is what this talks about. The damage had already been done. But it does show this man has a leg to stand on, guys. It definitely shows it. Also, too, this represents he refused to do anything. This Four of Pentacles represents refusing to release it. So it does show that it looks like they had something that he failed to do, right? He definitely shows he failed to do it. This led to this man having a lot of confusion. This led to this man having financial strife and loss. This just looked like this man's life was turned upside down by all of this. This is what it looks like to me. Also, this could represent this man lost opportunities behind all of this. So it definitely shows in his messages that Kevin Hart did something. I believe, and this is not set in stone. This represents that when this man bring your ass to court, I bet you make a settlement then, huh? I bet you come to some sort of agreement then. So the specifics of that case won't really come out, huh? Because this Knight of King of Swords is very interesting. That King of Swords represents the truth coming out, and that King of Swords represent this man being able to like provide some real clarity. Right now there's a lot of you say, I say, she say stuff. But if you go to court this man, this represents the truth will be revealed. So I could see where they might try to settle this. Like this is a settlement thing to me with this guy. If you go bring this guy to court, guess what? He gonna give it all. He gonna spill all the tea and the beans on your ass. And it's gonna be all kind of stuff gonna come. The gate, this man has been a friend of his for what, some years. That means the gates of hell gonna open up on you. You best to go make a settlement with this man before things get out of control, because it shows in your messages that this man, we know this for right now, but it could lead to a whole ripple effect. Once you go in court and you start getting depositions and then people start talking and then stuff start getting unsealed, shit, we be hearing all the tea. Go ahead and keep fighting this man. We gonna get all the tea for real, huh? Okay. Kevin Hart, you did what you did. Here are your messages. You were married. You had a duty to your wife. You betrayed her, right? But it definitely shows in his messages that he did not honor what he was supposed to do, and now it's gonna cost him. Give me the energy around JT Jackson. Said Kevin Hart is a liar and cannot be trusted. And I do believe Kevin came up with that extortion story to cover up exactly. That's what I said. He literally, to me, he made that whole thing up to make a big deal. But Kevin Hart, he needs to get held accountable, because you created an extortion story and then had the FBI involved. And the reason why he probably didn't go and take it back is because, that extortion story, they found out that was fabricated. Now they can get you for making false statements to the FBI. Give me the energy around JT Jackson. So he gonna have to stick with it, huh? Might as well just go ahead and pay the man out. JT Jackson, will he get a settlement, any type of settlement with Kevin Hart? Strength card in reverse. So it does show progression, a slow progression, but that Seven of Pentacles represents some type of decision being made about some money, chill. Okay? Period, point blank. This may be a little drag on it, right? Might be a little pushback, but ultimately it shows they come to some sort of agreement. All right? Let me say this to you, Kevin Hart. You might want to settle with this man before it really find out what you was doing with them women. That's that particular situation that you was lying your behind off, and you cannot be trusted. You think this like Kevin? I can't believe Kevin Hart still has a career. All the mess he in. Okay, so that's on Kevin Hart. Thank you so much. Let me pin that comment. Do not forget to book your appointment. Let me pin that message. Ooh, 111. Okay. Do not forget to drop your feedback in the chat if you have any questions for Kevin Hart before we move on. Exactly. He's genuinely not funny. I'm surprised the man still have a career. He got too much mess going on with him. All right, so that is on Kevin Hart. And is he still cheating? Give me the energy on Kevin Hart. Is he still cheating on his wife right now? Has he been ever cheated since this whole situation fell through? Has he cheated ever since? And this is for entertainment purposes only. I know he liked to sue. Has he cheated on his wife since the cheating scandal broke out in 2017? You can't be trusted as far as you can throw him. Chill. Okay. Well, he's just more clever with it now. Okay. The Lover's card and the Knight of Cups, right? He can't be trusted. The only thing that he does now differently is he gonna make sure they sign that NDA. He gonna make sure he gonna clear the room. He gonna make sure they give up whatever the phone and any communication. He gonna make sure it's tight and it's right. Still got cheating in his spirit. He got the spirit of a cheater. He got the Lover's card along with the Knight of Cups in there. Cannot be trusted, Jill. Okay? So Nyoko, whatever your name is, child, don't believe he's innocent. When he be rolling around from city to city, he be doing his little thing, right? That's what it talks about in his messages. He started off pretty good. He started off pretty good. You know, you see the Justice card in the Seven of Cups. I would say the first few months, you know, he kind of got his mind right a little bit. But it didn't take him that long to fall quickly off the bandwagon. King Knight of Cups, Five of Wands in his messages. Didn't take him that long, you know. He's just a glutton for punishment, guys. Knight of Pentacles in reverse energy. Somebody who can't be trusted, right? Can't even be trusted, Gio. This feel like he like different women. He like to have a little variety. He like to spice it up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, he can't be trusted. So Nyoko, whatever your name is, chill. The man is still cheating. All right. Will she divorce him? That's a good question. All right, let me ask that one last question, and we're gonna move on. Okay. Oh, what cards I had? Oh, I had a. Okay. Give me the energy around Kevin Hart and his wife. What's his wife's name? I keep calling the lady Nyoko. Give me the energy around Kevin Hart and his wife. Will they remain together to the day they die? Or will eventually will they separate? We want to give positive energy to this couple. I'm a big advocate for love. So let's get into Kevin Hart and his wife. Will they remain together, Spirit? Will she stick by Kevin Hart's side? Give me the energy around Kevin Hart and his wife. Page of Cups. 4. She comfortable, chill. She real Iniko. Thank you. She real comfortable. But eventually, doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom. Eventually, it will happen, right? The relationship starts to fall apart. You know what it is, too? It's not so much the cheating. It's going to be a culmination of things, right? It's going to be like a person that's going to outgrow the relationship. Iniko. It's going to be a person that's going to kind of outgrow the relationship. A person that's going to want to be in her purpose. A person that's going to want to take a different route. This is what it shows. So it could be some time from now. It's not immediately. This looks like it could be 1 to 7 years down the road. But this represents in her messages, eventually she gets to a place where she wants to separate herself. She wants to live in her own life and her purpose. And she does. She actually does, right? She wants her independence from the relationship, right? She doesn't want to be attached. Again, this could take some time. It could be some years from now. But this is actually 1 to 9. This is 1 to 7 if you wanted to confirm it up. But this shows in her messages, eventually she decides, I choose myself. I want peace. I want to just live in my purpose, right? Being with these celebrities is not an easy thing, right? I don't know what these women be expected from these men, but it's no easy thing. She does make a decision to choose another path. This is what it shows in her messages. And she has a second win, a second phase in her life. So she does show up in her messages like she decides down the road, they decide to go their separate ways, right? To be more in her purpose. So they do look like they're separating. No, they said she was cheating with him, child. We already talked about that before. All right, so that is on Kevin Hart and JT. JT, his best friend, and a little bit on his wife. He cannot be trusted as far as you can throw him. Confirm the energy around Kevin Hart. We started early today. I like that. Because guess what? I'm going to be getting off of here, go and watch Bridgerton. And at this point, they're doing good, right? This represents he and his wife. They're doing good. They're on a good track. I mean, they feel like they've been doing pretty good. They do have another, again, down here, this represents a separation. Right now, they're doing good. They're doing good. Everything is going well. It feels like the relationship is feeling solid. They do have a separation here in their messages that represents separation. This talks about, this could also be finding out something else about this fool, Again, it could be some time from now. This is 1 to 11 years. So I'm not trying to put none on these people. I hope they can work it out. But girl, let me tell you, he's a cheater. He's a liar. He's a lying liar. Okay? All right, so that's on Kevin Hart his friend JT, his wife Emiko, and we are done with these people. All right, so let's move on. We can't be all day on these little knucklehead people. All right, so who are we doing next? Let's see what we got. So that was on Kevin Hart. So we already did Drake. We did Kevin Hart. Let's move to the next person. I don't want to be all night on here. I did promise to come back. I started to cancel on y'all because I was watching a good movie. Okay. All right. Are y'all ready? Are we doing Tasha K and Soulja Boy next? What are we doing? Chrisean and Blueface. I think I'm going to leave them last. All right. Give me the energy. Now, before I say this, Soulja Boy, I know you like to get online, hollering and screaming with your scary ass, right? Scary. The people that be online doing all that hollering and screaming, Soulja Boy, NBA Youngboy, Boosie, all them people, they ain't gonna do shit. Okay? We gonna do this reading on you. Whatever the messages say, we gonna talk about it. And at the end of the day, we ain't got no time for that. You get online cursing me out, y'all. I'm gonna be laughing my ass off. Give me the energy around Soulja Boy and this guy named William the Baddest. What's the nature of their relationship? Soulja Boy and William the Baddest. What was the nature of... I just said Kevin Hart can't be trusted at all, and I mean at all. Past, present, and future. I don't know how much more, specific I need to be. William the Baddest claims that he had a relationship, a sexual connection with Soulja Boy. What's the energy around that connection? What was the nature of Soulja Boy's relationship with William the Baddest? There's a lot of lying going on here. Oh my God. Lying. Here. Another lie. Here. Lying. Here. Lying. Here. Lying. Here. Reckless. A lot of lying going on here. A lot of lying going on here. Tasha K need to be careful with this guy. Moon energy, misinterpreting something, falsehood, irrational. The Hierophant in reverse. Somebody who is basically leading you blind. Judgment card in reverse. This represents gossip. If he goes down with this, not really being able to approve it. Musician, liar. Six of Swords, basically some issues. Fool card, being reckless. High Priestess energy, a liar, another liar, an agenda. Listen, you know, Sydney Starr lied on Chingy, whatever his name. You can't just say sorry and just walk away. You can't just say, oops, I'm sorry, and get, this man has now sued you, right? There's too many messages that talk about this story is not connecting. Even in this Three of Pentacles, that Three of Pentacles could represent there's a conflict around disorganized energy. William the Baddest, you might want to really come out with some real receipts, for real, and not no blurry ass picture that look like it could be AI, you might want to come up with some real receipts before you get hooked up. There's a justice aspect as well here connected to this too. And this can represent justice being taken, right? Justice being taken, a development in the situation. Too many messages around somebody lying, okay? And we talked about William Mattis, almost like a person who's making an error in judgment, judgment card, an error in judgment, right? Um, that's what it shows in the messages. There's something to this story, all right? Get your receipts together. Make sure you have this shit together before you go your ass to court, have Tasha dragged into court, and not able to really prove you had a relationship with this man. There's something about lying here. Give me the energy around um give me the energy around William the Baddest. Is he lying? All these cards talk about a lying liar who lies. Give me the energy around William the Baddest. Is he telling the truth about the relationship with Soulja Boy? William the Baddest. Give me the energy around William the Baddest. Diddy is not on the thumbnail. Give me the energy around Soulja Boy. I'm not saying he didn't know him. I'm not saying he wasn't associated with him. But to the degree he's talking, there's something with that. This is William the Baddest. This is Soulja Boy. Looking for a come up, a clout chase. Story don't add up. Diversion, distraction. Stabbing somebody in the back. Soulja Boy. Of course, you know he's like hell to the no, to the no, no, no. His Two of Swords here is also in there as a story around conflict. But my thing is this, and I'm gonna say it like this: you gotta watch how you play with people, entertain people, engage people. There's something about William the Baddest maybe embellishing a little bit, but there's also something about you could have been given some signals or entertaining some things and playing with some things that you shouldn't have been playing with either. We got to watch these homophobic men. We got to watch them. So, no, I'm not accusing him of actually doing an action, but I'm going to say, like, you got to watch how you play. You got to watch how you play. Because when you see something like this could also represent they both are not 100% telling the truth. Knight of Cups in reverse energy. This represents somebody here who could also have a little bit of deception in this story. I definitely feel like William the Baddest, you might want to really have your receipts together. But this also represents, you know how sometimes I remember talking to somebody and that was telling me that they used to work with this guy, and then this guy used to let him kind of flirt and play with him a little bit. He would never go there with him, but he would let him play and flirt with him a little bit. That's what I'm trying to say. Entertaining certain things, having certain conversations. You need to be careful with that, because to me, this also represents for me that you're not innocent either in this. This represents you have deception in your aspects. Jasmine, you on fire tonight. You have deception in your aspects. This could represent basically you said some things that made him feel a certain way. I'm not saying he went through with a complete act, but I definitely feel like, somebody could take this and spin it. Okay? Now, William the Baddest, get your receipts together. Instead of you online showing your ass, show them receipts. Okay? A real receipt. And not no vague receipts either. Okay? Just having conversations she shouldn't be having, entertaining certain things. That's all I'm gonna say. Right? You shouldn't be doing it. Right? If I have if a woman is approaching me in a way that is not just a female energy, it's like you on some flirt shit, you need to squash it. You need to quash it. You don't need to entertain it. You need to be saying stuff with it. You don't need to even play with it. You don't need nobody to get away with it. You need to put that person in check, because look how something can be spun. Um, so that's all I'm gonna say about it. Give me the energy around the lawsuit. So these people, give me the energy around the lawsuit. Soulja Boy's lawsuit with William the Baddest first. Definitely gonna be some mixed messages. That's what I'm saying. So this is why you have to be careful with that playing and talking and not correcting people, because this can represent a lot of like disorganized energy. He does kind of come out with like he does come out with, even though the messaging is William the Baddest, again, that's why I say I don't know this man from Hold On. I don't really have no dog in the fight, but you better have your receipts together, because you're around here affecting somebody's money, right, with your story. And especially if the story wasn't 100% together the way you're saying it. This actually is representing, it affects his money, his investments, right? It affects him. He's going to be able to say he was affected some way, whether it's small or big, right? I do feel like like if they go through like a discovery process, we'll hear more information about it. It does show almost like some secrets will be like something could be revealed, but again, it's not enough. Like you have to have your receipts together. There could be some type of decision being made here. In this messages here, this represents some sort of decisions. They make progress in some sort of decision being made. This could represent a positive decision. And this could, I don't know what Soulja by sign, but this King of Wands represents this a male person. He has a positive outcome. So we have to be careful. Listen, it's not even if you, we have to be careful of what we expose about people too. But it definitely shows like they come to some type of, and some stuff could get dismissed, and then some stuff could stay in. So I'm not going to say it's going to be complete like 100% victory. But it definitely shows like there's going to be some conflict on some things, and there's going to be some clarity on some things. All right? Give me the energy around Tasha K's involvement. Tasha K must have like $1 billion, child. She like getting sued, huh? She be really taking a risk with those people to, she be really taking a risk. Listen, I like how I live. I'm comfortable. I don't want to be spending $5 on nobody's lawsuit. I don't want to go to nobody's court. They say they gave her a chance to take the video down, and she would not take it down. Does she feel comfortable in her position with this lawsuit? Give me the energy around Tasha K. It's not even that serious. A celebrity content is not, I know a lot of people say, well, getting sued comes with the territory. Not to me. I've been on YouTube for how many months? Oh, that ain't my territory. Give me the energy around Tasha K. Is she comfortable with this? Six of Pentacles, five, yeah. I feel like she's already talked to her legal team. They basically told her like her process, her route, what she can do and not do. She feels pretty this to me makes me feel like she feels pretty confident. It makes you feel like she already saw something that she feels is enough of a receipt to say that something happened, or at least to some extent she feels comfortable in the receipts. It does show some backlash for William, and it does show in this also too in this message here around some stuff being an error or something like this. The problem is that people could fabricate stuff nowadays. But to me, I feel like she's kind of going into this a little bit more comfortable, because she feels like there's almost like this energy around. She's already discussed it with her legal team. They told her what her position is, how far she can get dragged into this. She can get dragged into it though. And her six of pentacles, three, four, five, yeah, her six of pentacles in reverse, that represents she can get attached and dragged into this whole situation. But it feels like she's pretty confident in it. I feel like William the Baddest will get the worst drag than Tasha K. He's coming through here as the one that's getting dragged the most in the legal situation. She's on top here. But she feels pretty confident to me, guys. She's, shit. At this point, Tasha is already, talking to her legal team before she even puts the content out to say, I'm about to do this video. What are your thoughts about this? What's my, what if somebody tries to come at me? What's the legal position? And she feels very comfortable that if they do go to court that, like he won't, she just provided him a space to speak, that he was speaking from what his truth was. And she feels pretty comfortable. Okay. Definitely feels she can get dragged into it. So how many lawsuits is this? There's a lawsuit with Cardi and Tasha. A lawsuit with Kevin Hart and Tasha. A lawsuit with Bishop Whitehead and Tasha. Who else in Tasha? Who else Tasha got a lawsuit with? I know that the man was I know that other man on YouTube was threatening to sue her at one point. I don't know if he actually followed through with it. He's a church guy, whatever. Larry, the whole industry. But who else sued her? So I think that's really Cardi B, Kevin Hart, Bishop Whitehead, and now this guy here. He's in prison. You forgot about him? Even though he's in prison, he can still sue. He can continue his lawsuit against her, even though he ain't gonna win. Bishop Whitehead. Hey, Bishop. It's the bishop. All right, so to me, I feel like the burden of proof is gonna fall onto yeah, Bishop Whitehead did file. I used to watch his live streams. He actually filed. He was trying to serve her at one point. He couldn't catch up with her. He filed a lawsuit on Tasha K. I did a whole reading about it. He ain't gonna win shit, but he did file a lawsuit on Tasha K. Matter of fact, I was on a live stream that they were on where they were going back and forth. But he actually filed a lawsuit. Matter of fact, he said something about she had tried to call his lawyer and ask his lawyer some questions. And he was like, hell no. But Bishop Whitehead even filed a lawsuit on her as well. Even though he ain't gonna win shit. Okay? So will Tasha get sued again, Spirit? She must love to get a lawsuit, child. She might as well just let the Tasha K show go and just go do her comedy. At this point, and she has another justice situation coming. So she has her messages. She has another legal situation coming her way. In her messages here, she's not playing it safe enough. This talks about bad planning, not playing it safe. So she has another legal situation that's going to be coming up soon. Give me the energy around Tasha K. And this represents with somebody's relationship that she's going to be talking about, trying to tear somebody down. So just to know, Tasha K is coming up with another legal problem. And this talks about, if you add this up, this is 10, that's 11, that's 22 months, 13 months. So, 23 months. So this represents in the next 1 to 23 months, she has another legal problem coming her way. And this represents somebody that she's going to be talking about. And this represents their family, their life. And then this talks about, in this Page of Cups 2, this could actually represent some deception that's being said. Something deceptive. So there's another lawsuit coming Tasha K's way in 23 months. 1 to 23 months. Okay? Girl, good luck to you, girl. Ain't that serious for me? Okay? All right, so that is on Tasha K. And what's the guy name? Tasha like to get, you know what? But let me say this. Tasha uses those lawsuit situations. She uses good news and bad news is still news. She still uses it to capitalize off of it, to clout chase off of it, to roll her brand off of it. So for her, it's like when they sue her, no, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's expensive and it's a nuisance, but she gets the trending and getting into the blogs and more people going to her shows and spending money with her. So right now, at this point, it's a, she's being sued with no real accountability for the situation. They even found those accounts and all that stuff. She's still rolling. She's still rolling. So right at this point, um, child Tasha just, she living la vida loca, man. What you talking about? Tasha say, sue me, cause I ain't got it. I ain't got it, baby. What's up, Tasha K? All right, so let's go ahead and get into the next person, the next group of people. That's too funny. Tasha said, sue me, cause I ain't got it. And she gonna just sit there and run, run, run like the wind. She gonna be like that man that owed that lady all that money. What's his name? The game? Never pay it. Never pay it. Never pay it. Child, Tasha's gonna be running for the wind, running for her life. Okay, so anyway, that's all no Tasha K. We wish you the best, girl. Okay, we ain't got no dog in that fight. We wish you all the best. Okay, so anyway, our next person we're gonna do is, let's do Chrisean Rock. So we miss Chrisean. She's been now incarcerated for. She's been incarcerated since last time I did the reading on her, right? We've been following Chrisean and Blueface for a couple of years now on this channel. And we will continue to follow Blueface and Chrisean on this channel. And again, we don't discuss the baby, obviously. I don't do children, so the baby will not be a part of our discussion. But let's just ask really quickly, how is she doing? Spirit, give me the energy around Chrisean Rock. 40 days? Golly, I know it's been a minute. Man, you gotta watch and listen to all them people online. Is she coming out on this day? Is she coming out on that day? Yeah, I don't know what the hell y'all be talking about. I'm over here doing tarot. Give me the energy around Chrisean Rock. How is she actually doing? Yeah. She's doing okay. Okay. So, what we have here, obviously, when she first went in and she was first pulled into the situation, she has in her message, of course, this is her. This is her feeling defeated. This is her this is her missing her baby, guys. Like, when you see that Empress in reverse, that's like saying you're being blocked. If from in your life, you're being blocked to connect with your child, you're being blocked. The Empress really represents a lot of blockages, right? So this is in her position here. This represents, obviously, if for anybody that goes to jail and anybody who's in a situation, obviously that's a natural block. I feel she's doing okay. She has a message here around she's doing okay. I don't feel anything, crazy has happened. She's doing her time. She has the messages here. It does show she is connecting with her friends or family. She's checking on her baby. I feel like she's going to continue to stay separated for some period of time. She does have in her messages too, here, and her 10 of Wands. This to me represents she still has something else to do. So what does that actually mean? She still has to answer to, the other people, so Oklahoma, whatever, because this represents having to take responsibility for something that you were involved with. Remember, I think she was involved in Oklahoma in some type of case where they caught her with so much. I think she had a car. Blueface is the reason why she's in jail, and she's the reason why she's there. But he's also the reason because he reported that car stolen. But this represents her case, and in terms of, and this only represents her case as far as what like the drug charges, right? But this to represent she still has to take accountability for that. It also shows in her messages here it has not been resolved. It shows her possibly, potentially going in front of a magistrate, a judge, or somebody like this. This represents having to, in the Hierophant, having to actually, stand in front, whatever, and take whatever accountability. The Three of Pentacles also here too. This talks about, again, this represents things are not resolved, right? Obviously, if you look online, you see, even though her time with California is done, she's still on hold for California. She's still in California on hold for Oklahoma, and this is just simply showing that nothing has been resolved yet with that. She's still in a holding phase, right? Even with the Strength card, you can consider that still being blocked, all right? She is concerned. She does show she's doing well, but she is concerned. She has the Nine of Swords, and this represents she is concerned, right, about what's happening. She does have in her messages too, and her Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This talks about also too, this could represent losing opportunities. This could represent more, this could just represent a little bit of time. This could be less than a year. I'm not putting time on her right now, but this could represent a year. This Nine of Swords is technically considered one of your cards where you would consider an imprisonment aspect. It is in reverse, but this could represent some type of disappointment coming. She has to still answer to Oklahoma based on what this is saying. I'm praying for her that, they do similar to they did Blueface, where they like, okay, you did your time here, we hold you so many days, we let you go. But these cards are really showing that it's still considered unresolved for Chrisean at this point. So it does show she's okay. I don't feel like she's gotten into any type of situation. It feels like she's keeping in touch with family and, her baby, and obviously. And it definitely shows that situation is still very much so unresolved. Any other questions for Chrisean? Because that was a lot. I know I was saying a lot. Any messages for Chrisean? So today is 40 days. Wow. Today is 30 days. See, that's some, 34. It almost, because I don't remember when we did the reading, but it doesn't feel like, it feels like 30. It feels like 30 to me, but it feels like a long time regardless. She has the Ten of Swords here, the Lover's card, Ten of Wands. Let's just pull from the middle. And I don't feel like she'll be there forever, because she has a message of coming home eventually. This is in months. Again, we're going to pray that, that she, is able to have some sort of detour. It does show an inevitably ending. It does show her going, there's a process that she's going to follow with the system. It does show her reconnecting with her child. But there is a lot of stuff here that she does show she still has to take care of business. All right. So right now, this almost makes you feel like she's still in limbo. She's still in limbo. Has she spoken to Blueface yet? When I was looking at her messages before, this Lover's card could represent a connection. They're still very much going to be together, guys. So for anybody that's sitting here like, she's in jail and he's in jail and they're going to be just, nah. This represents to me, when they get out of this situation, the both of them, this is going to be right back in position. So whether it's a month from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 2 years from now, whatever the time is, they're still in their messages holding strong. I did almost kind of, it made me feel like when I was dealing that, it feels like initially they weren't, but it feels like they could, people be doing that three-way stuff too. They be doing stuff, they could write letters. But it does feel like in the beginning, potentially not, but it feels like they could have had some type of form of communication. But these people feel like they're going to still be together, y'all. Look at that. They're going to still be together. Anybody who knows tarot, right? Six of Cups and the Lover's card, they are still going to be together. I don't care what nobody's talking about. Okay? So that is on Chrisean Ra. So I think think that's pretty much it. They're going to make a lot of money off of this. Yes. Capitalize off of it. Okay. Will they do better this time? Will they do better, as a couple when they come out? Will they do better together? Will they have a better connection? Will they really do this right this time? Chrisean, Rock, and Blueface. Or are they going to still be toxic? Are they going to do better? They definitely reconnecting, that's for sure. Temporarily better. In the beginning it's always better, Temporarily better. When you look at this, okay, we communicating, we doing the right thing, we connecting, we reconnected, we making it try to work. But right down here at the very bottom, issues. You got to really work on the issues. You can't just, go back into the same relationship. But it definitely shows in the messages, continued issues. This represents insecurity on both sides, jealousy on both sides, obstacles on both sides. Again, if you don't work on what was the problem before, the problem is still there. It's an unresolved issue, which leads to what? Tension and stress and strife and breaking up and getting back together and breaking up and getting back together. Breaking up and getting back together, breaking up and getting back together, right? So, yeah. So, just know, like, I see them still together. I see them still very much together. I still them still do. Whether he comes first, she comes first, this feels like they still trying to be together, period. All right? So, Blueface, anyway, so this is what we have here for them as far as the relationship is concerned, etc. Will Blueface, when he really gets out of jail, will he finally assume responsibility for Chrisean Jr.? If he, that's always been my problem with Blueface, is not really taking ownership of that situation. And I feel like if he really does that, that would, to me, that for a lot of people, that would go a long way. He, will he eventually take ownership of his child, Chrisean Jr.? Will he honestly step up and, one day he the father, the next day he not the father? Will he do the right thing by Chrisean Jr.? It almost makes you feel like he's convinced himself. He's convinced himself to indecision, right? He's convinced himself to be undecided about that situation. Well, the truth of the matter is, in your page of wands, you know the truth, right? Your page of wands is telling you, you know the truth. You got the message. You know that Zeus didn't do no fake paternity tests on you when you went on that show, boy, right? You sitting here playing all these games, but this represents continuing to not be straightforward about it. He would have to really do a whole paternity test with an independent person, because in his messages, but he knows that baby is his baby, even in that Queen of Pentacles, right? At the end of the day, like, I could see him still not just completely just owning it. He got this, to me, gives me flip-flop, depending on his mood and his day and how he feels about the situation. Even here, fear to do the right thing, fear to, it's like, come on, just do the right thing. Ultimately, let's go take another DNA test. I dare you. You ain't take no DNA test when you said that shit. This right here will expose the what? The truth, the message, right? At the end of the day, I just have a problem with him doing this right here, right? It's like, and I agree with you, Natasha. It's like he'll start saying, okay, that's my son. And then Whack will get in his ear. And this person will get in his ear. And then he starts backtracking again. You can't backtrack on you. Would you backtrack on your other child? You can't backtrack on your children. They need you. It's like, I remember that time. Remember when he stole the baby? And he was saying, that's my son, my son, my son. My son ain't got no parent. And then Wack out on the live stream and literally told him, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's, let's, he was literally dead ass serious. Like, my son ain't got no parents. She not here. My son, my son, my son. He was serious. He had stole that baby, had that baby in the cold. He took that baby. My son, my son, my son. Wack got right on it. We saw it in real time. Wack got right on that live stream and had convinced him that fast. Like, hey, slow down with that son stuff. Let's not say that's your son yet. Let's not put the cart before the horse. We saw him literally convince Blueface, literally on a live stream, that Chrisean, let's not claim him yet. I literally saw this with my own eyes. This man had then stole the baby, wrecked the car, brought the baby to the house, and was saying, my son, my son, my son, and got on a live stream with Jason Lee, saying, my son, my son, my son. Then as soon as he got on the live stream with Wack, he then took him and turned him in a whole different direction. Like, that's the influence that Wack has over him, to where he was able to redirect him in that moment about his own child. Damn, that's crazy. All right, so let's do this last one. I can't stand him. He too fucking, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. He too old for that shit for me. 50-something-year-old man over there getting into people business to that degree. Okay, you have your feedback, you like everybody else. You just in it too hard. You in it too much. Sit down. Yep, I'm telling you, he literally did it right in front of my eyes. I'm sitting here like, the man that stole the baby. The man that went cuckoo. Went to the house. Kicked the door. Fought the girl. Stole the baby. Got in the Uber. Got in the wreck. Fought the girl again. Went to the damn house. Fighting Chrisean. Fighting Jaden. My son, my son, my son, my son, my son. And the minute he got on that, and we even went on live with Jason Lee. My son, my son, my son, my son. And the minute he got on a live stream with Wack 100, hey, slow down with that young son. Let's not put the cart before the horse yet. Let's not say that's your son yet. And he redirected him just that fast in the moment. Right? He too worried about what Wack gonna say. He too worried about what Jaden gonna say. Do the right thing by your child. This is why you in the situation you in now. Karma. Give me the energy around Blueface. He is supposed to be going up for sentencing on July 29th. That's what I'm talking about. Ah, you gonna run me lost, girl. Candy, you gonna be the main reason why I don't come back to YouTube. Okay? I told you it's coming. Give me the energy around Blueface's court case on July 29th. It almost makes you feel like he really got caught with something, and it is. I know a lot of people was trying to say it wasn't his, it was his, it wasn't his, it was his. It definitely shows like they pinpoint him as the person who's done it. The Seven of Swords is about a person who's thought they were getting away with something. And Seven of Swords is all about a person who's being sneaky and deceptive, and it was, thought they was doing something. It shows in his messages, like some type of situation where this could represent some type of conflict coming his way. This represents him. This is an isolation aspect too. He also has in his messages here, like, I know his mama was saying something about planning a party. I'm like, he's about to go to be sentenced again. But this also represents some type of delay. Now, again, we're going to hope that this could be changed and he can get out of it. but it still shows on the back of his hand trouble coming his way, some type of disappointment. He also has a disappointment factor here in this messages. This is another message around something about being an obstacle being placed in front of him. So he may face some type of obstacle on the 29th when it comes through. I would just tell people, put it in the universe, pray about it, don't, and but it definitely shows some type of obstacle. This obstacle could be in months. It could literally be in months. I don't see, it could be several. I don't know. This shows some months. This is less than 7, but this is less than 7 years. We're not saying that, but this in his present position, this represents some months. Okay, again, it's not set in stone because even when you come down here, this could represent a situation where he can get into it. I know people. I talked to somebody and I read some information on contraband. Contraband can get you in a lot of trouble. Contraband could have you doing some months. Contraband can have you doing some years. Is this depends on the situation. Hopefully, he'll be able to. Remember, he was supposed to come out. This represents he was supposed to come out. But it definitely shows they pinpoint him as the person in that 7 of Swords, the person who was deceptive, thought he was getting away with something. He shows up as the person. There's something about a delay coming. So just all I'm gonna say, it shows like maybe a potential delay for Blueface. All right, and that is on that. So this could represent continued separation around his situation. We'll find out more on July 29th. Hopefully, again, hey, the Lord intervenes, makes it happen for him, Gio. I don't have no dog in that fight either way. It goes, period. They said he had a cell phone too. Chill. A cell phone is considered contraband as well. A cell phone, I don't know if y'all ever actually looked up a cell phone, but they claim they consider that contraband. And even I had read something today that a cell phone is considered somebody who is trying to, I don't know how they worded it, but it almost made you feel like the person was like trying to like the way they had worded it in that article that I read, it was almost like the person was almost like a flight risk or taking, like somebody who is the potential to do something weird. I don't know. Book with Blue Nola. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate that. Trying to escape. Yeah, they claim that using a cell phone is considered escape, child. I'm like, what? Like, they consider using a cell phone like a person trying to escape? That's what I read too. I was like, damn, that's crazy. All I can say about Blueface's situation is that he shows with some sort of obstacle in his way. All right? Guys, this is the end of the road for me. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. And I am out of here. Take care, stay blessed, encouraged, and empowered. And don't forget to book. I have it in the link here. Don't forget to book if you want to book with me. I have a few dates for, I believe a few more, I think 3 dates for July left. And then I'll be closing July. Contraband could be money. Contraband could be a cell phone. Contraband could be drugs. Contraband. It's so many things. If you go look up contraband, it's so much stuff that's under the contraband. Let me see something real quick, because I had looked up contraband and I had looked it up just to see what they consider contraband. And contraband could be illegal items such as drugs, weapons, explosive, magnets, knives, wire, torches, tools, chemicals, razor blades, alcohol, matches, lighters. Cell phones are prohibited as well. Items used in a way to get at others, sharpening a toothbrush to use a weapon, homemade alcohol, accumulating excessive amounts of permissible items like food, toiletries, and newspaper. Contraband can be divided into 2 general categories, hard and soft. Hard contraband includes items that can't be ignored like weapons, drugs, and alcohol. Soft contraband includes less serious items like property or food stolen from food service. Pornography can fall in somewhere in there as well. Prison staff need to be able to quickly detect and confiscate contraband to prevent violence, drug use, and other further crimes. Depending on the type of contraband found, the consequences can vary. Hard contraband, if found, will likely be confiscated and an incident report will be filed. Soft contraband, depending on the person's conducting the search, they may allow you to keep it, throw it away, or tell you to get rid of it. Possession with contraband. Punishment can include a fine, imprisonment, and up to 20 years or both. Mm-hmm. So that's contraband jail. All right, a whole description. Anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. Y'all take care. Stay blessed. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you want to keep up with me every single day. I post on Instagram. You're welcome. I post on Instagram every day. If you want to follow me, the Instagram name is Blue Nola Official. Oh, hold on. I think, oh, let me take that down because that's not right. Hold on. Let me see. Let me remove that. Okay. Oh, I think, yeah. Did I remove it? Remove. I think I removed something by mistake. Okay. So, Blue Nola Official. That's the Instagram. Oh, thank you, Monet. That's the Instagram. If y'all want to follow me on Instagram, I post on pretty much every day on Instagram. Okay? I'm out of here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share if you care. None of this is set in stone. A lot of if up and down situations. William Nevada is the only thing I got to say to you is make sure you have your ducks in a row. I do feel there's something in there with Soulja Boy though. Tasha K, I feel like she kind of I feel like she's in an okay position. She still can get dragged in. Kevin Hart paid that man his money. Drake, your career's in the toilet, sir. Chrisean, I feel like there's an obstacle, and Blueface, there's still an obstacle facing them both. All right, peace and blessings. Take care. Have a good night. I'm about to go get something to eat, y'all. I'm starving. Okay, I have been on a weight loss journey. I did post a video showing you guys like where I'm at with my weight loss. Pretty small, but I have to get smaller. I have to lose more weight. And the main thing is eat better. But I did post a little thing on Instagram to show you guys how fit I've been, getting and how well I've been doing on my weight loss journey. I just got to get around that snacking, the rice, the pasta, the sugar. I got to figure that out. Okay. So y'all have a good night. Take care. Stay blessed. And I'm out of here. Okay. Peace and blessings. Bye. Let's see if I can click out of here.